They stormed up my driveway like they owned the place, the infamous Karen sisters, clipboard in hand, sunglasses on, lips pursed like they smelled something foul. I was pruning my roses when they confronted me, loudly declaring that I wasn't a real homeowner and that my presence was disruptive to the community's standards. I almost laughed. This wasn't the first time they'd tried to bully someone new in the neighborhood. They went on and on about HOA violations I hadn't committed, imaginary paint colors, non existent noise complaints, and their favorite, unauthorized landscaping. I just smiled and listened, letting them dig their self righteous hole a little deeper. They threatened me with fines, letters, and even legal action, clearly thinking I was just another pushover. What they didn't know was that I wasn't just a homeowner. I was the owner of the entire HOA corporation, and more importantly, the land beneath every one of their precious houses. A few years ago, I bought the land during a quiet tax auction after the original developer defaulted. The HOA had never updated their legal paperwork, so while they ran their little club, I owned every square inch they stood on. When they finished their tirade, I calmly pulled out the original deed, the land purchase agreements, and a copy of the corporate filings, showing me as the HOA board president, legal owner, and sole stakeholder. Their faces turned from smug to pale faster than I thought possible. One of them tried to backpedal, claiming it was just a misunderstanding, while the other stood frozen like she'd seen a ghost. I didn't yell or raise my voice. I didn't have to. I told them politely that from now on, if they wanted to host meetings, enforce any rules, or even walk their yappy little dogs across the communal grass, they'd need written permission. As they stumbled back to their golf cart, stunned into silence, I waved with a smile. Later that week, I installed a new sign at the entrance of the neighborhood. She owns the land, they just live here. From that day forward, the Karen sisters never bothered me again, and as HOA president, I made sure no one else had to deal with their nonsense either.